Be about 25 to 7 on the 15th of September 2018. Walk 71. It is early, I just couldn't sleep, but my only regret is, I don't know if this will look good in camera, but if I'd been out 10 minutes early I would have cut that. So be it. It's getting colder in the morning, that's the worst of it. I can really feel it. But it's a Saturday, so I need to get out sooner. The trails that I planned on getting out 2 days ago, but I just couldn't because they were working and they were doing all that. We'll see it in a minute. Trail is cold beneath my feet just now. Body just needs to warm up in a minute. I don't know, it's only about 7 or 8 degrees, but I need to get tougher. But again, it's worth it for those big skies. Suburban life has good things. Today I'm going to avoid dog walker, rabbit right in front. I don't know if the camera will pick up. Today I'm going to avoid dog walkers. It's early in the morning, I just can't be bothered. You can see where the farmers were working the other day, hence why I was reluctant to come down. It's not because I'm walking barefoot, it's just because of that. And they were basically carving up the field in preparation for the winter. As it's the weekend, I'm heading out earlier. Just after what happened last week, I just can't be bothered. If there's too many people, it takes the fun away. Body's getting warmed up to the walk, so it's not too bad. Running about yesterday, so I was unable to get out yesterday. Obviously it's pretty muddy, which is fine, but I always like to walk fast at the start and just get a good warm up. This is going to be, it's an education, because the temperatures have been rising enough, going up and down, and this morning is cold. It's cold underfoot. First time since the February walks that I've really, well, the late winter, early spring walks, that it's one of those days where you notice all those small stones that do dig into your feet, and it's a little bit uncomfortable. It does, you do notice it in the colder weather. You always notice it in the extremities, the really hot or the really cold. Well, I've had a lot of rain. Well, bits of rain. And some storm or other. I lose track with which was which. Never really affected us, but it's more the driving, it's more the winds around here. I don't know, you can see how they've carved it up, and they'll be planting the hay for next year. Okay, feet aren't too bad now. It took about 5 minutes. okay, but water is absolutely freezing. Okay, I think I'll be avoiding the water this morning if I can. So it is cold. Then it's always going to be like this time of the morning. For the big skies, it's just about worth it if it'd been 10 minutes earlier. The day will heat up, but again, it's maybe because I'm such a wuss that I can't be bothered facing people, or just the fact that I prefer the quietness. I think it's really just the fact I like the quietness when I'm when I'm doing any walk. I guess it was pretty cool the other day when I was getting quite a few likes and so on Twitter and so on for doing walk 70. I'm just annoyed that I've not had the chance to get out before again since then. So okay, 3 days without doing this, which is unusual. I guess I've not found an audience, but it's fuck. Okay. This is going to be a killer, and it's not that deep, but it is that cold, so okay. Discretion is the better part of valor. Okay, I'll be avoiding it. Fair enough if it was warmer, but right now my feet aren't acclimatised. And yes, it is extreme. There, as I've always said, there will be worse. But it's cold. I've got a friend who's heading out to Lanzarote in the next few days, and what's it? She was saying it's like 25 degrees out there. 25 degrees in that, as opposed to about 10 less, well, about 15 less by the feels of it. But it's funny because my feet, later on in the day when the dew dries off and everything dries off, it won't be so bad. Now here's where we see the big difference. Now, could I walk in that field? Well, that would be wrong. But technically, yes. Now what the tire tracks have done is they've given a clear trail right around the side of straight down. I'm not saying I'm not going to be slipping, but it has given a clear trail. Now, must be about 7:15 or close to 10:45 in the morning. It is early. I'm banking on there being very few people about. But I think by the time I'm heading back, if I'm on the last drag, then it doesn't really matter. But if I can see them coming from that short ride, I'll double back and go the other way. you get some days where you're up for it and you can be bothered dealing with people, and other days where you just can't be bothered. I did think about doing a shorter walk today, just felt like doing the trails, doing that that park, but again you can see the sun quite clearly rising in the, well it's the east there. So setting in the east. Or certain, well, no, sorry, rising in the east. Rising in the east, sets in the west. It's definitely going to be up in the next. They say that I was checking BBC weather and they were saying that the sun should be up about 6:41, which really means I need to head out of here in the dark. The thing is, I mean, if you're doing it in these temperatures, my feet aren't too bad now. But you do notice, what I might start doing is cutting the walk slightly short by just finishing off a middle section rather than doing until my feet acclimatise. I mean, they're not too bad now, but again, it does take a while, especially in the cold, especially with the cold. But at the same time, you still don't want to seem like a wuss. Accept your limitations, but sometimes your limitations are hard to accept. It's kind of funny though, because it was round about this time, not far from this time. What's it, September 15th today? It was around about this time that I was starting to come up with the idea of doing this. And that's with all things, when you get this idea you just have to come out with it. Originally I did think about doing some of the winter walks, doing the FCP in the winter. There is no fucking way that would have been possible. Given what I know now, the walks that I've done now, it's not stamina's nothing. Stamina, if you're pumped up enough, you'll do it. Knowing what I know about skin integrity, about how tough the feet have to be, about the temperatures and terrains and so on, the thought of walking on gravel the way my feet were then to the way they are now was just insane. I mean, doing the Forth Road Bridge, fair enough, that was great. Doing the Rattle Walk, which I wish I'd taken more videos of them. I was a wee bit worried about battery at that day. Took a lot of photos, but it's never quite the same. Knowing the work that you need to do, you do have to do one hell of a lot of work to prepare your feet. That thing about preparing your skin, you need, I personally think I've taken the time that I need. There's no hard and fast rule. Take the time, as with all things. Take what you need, not what others tell you to need. Next summer I'll give it a shot. But that's for next summer. Got a long hard winter to get through. Translation, we've got 6 months of this. And worse. Could well be that I'm just going to zoom in my fleece. It could well be that I do shorter walks just because I know that my feet aren't strong enough to, well, my cold tolerance isn't good enough. Just simply that, my cold tolerance isn't good enough. And sometimes accepting your limitations is harder than accepting your anything else. Now I'm splashing about in the mud here, which feels good. I'm never going to regret any time on the trail because it always does feel good. As you can see, it is very soft, it is very muddy. It's not freezing, but I mean, through the day it'll improve to about 15 degrees. It's not going to be massively warm, it's not going to be massively cold. It's going to be somewhere in between, but we were fortunate to have a very good summer, to have a very hot summer. Joint hottest year in record, I believe, which I was cursing a lot of the time. And I was. Trail got too hard. This is kind of the way I want the trail. Just maybe slightly warmer, but that's fine. Your feet kind of become numb to it. Well, not to a point to numb, but they kind of adjust. Alright. Attachment for when we're rotivating the land. Never seen one of these up close. Alright. Okay, soft hay for about a couple of 100 yards. And I've got to tell you, this feels, walking on soft hay just feels amazing. To walk on soft damp hay is just like, you never appreciate it till you've done it. And it's one of those times that makes the walk itself so good. I'm not saying it's warm, but it is soft. And it does feel like absolute nectar. Oh, it feels amazing. Underfoot it feels good. And whatever, you get good, oops, slipping. You get good walks and bad walks, but sometimes when you're alone in this field and there's nobody about, hence the times that I choose. Especially now. Now it's first light. There's times where it feels amazing. And it's times like this where walking through all the wet grass actually feels so much. Times like this where it does feel amazing. I can't say any different. Okay, dog walker going down. I'm just going to cut this short because if he's walking down, that means there's the walk in. Might be able to avoid them, so I might double back. I'll double back. Fuck it. Pass them on the way back, and so be it. Dog's not giving a shit, it's walking. You know, dogs don't. They'll go wherever the trail is. If I pass them once, and so be it. It's just when you're passing people multiple times, that just annoys me. Especially as I double back. And also if you're on your own you walk faster. I suppose a couple of days ago I did hit a target with hitting walk 70, and I suppose my next target is really 30 walks in if I can get to 100. 80 I guess is another one, but I suppose it's all about getting as many walks in before October the 1st. 80 would be helpful. Whether or not I do is another matter, but 80 would be good. See a low-lying cloud just to the south. Okay, doubling back for the last slog. And it is going to be cold, and when I said avoid nothing and accept everything sort of thing, this is the time of year where you've got to start thinking, not such fine in the summer, not great when it's getting colder. But like I said, to walk in damp hay is actually lovely. Slightly better view, but eventually we'll be getting darker views of those hills, and it's overcast, which gives the place a bit of a, kind of gives it a bit of a blanket, but it's always going to be cold at this time of the morning. Even a month ago, when I think it was a month ago, where I did a walk at this time of the morning, maybe earlier, but it was light. It was pretty cold then, not like this, but it's a different sort of cold. It's a cold knowing that you're going to be hit with another 20-degree day, at least. This is, you're feeling autumn. Well, it is autumn, but the real, I set myself a target for 100 walks by Hogmanay. It could well be that it could well be that I do it, could well be that I don't. I would like to do it. I would even like to hit the 80 by October, so it gives me a bit of leeway. However, doing this every day is actually an amazing experience, or doing this just about every day. I've done 66 walks since about, I think it's really about May that I really started doing this. Isn't bad going. I try to do it every day. I do walk about the house barefoot, which I guess has helped to a point, but only to a point. You walk about barefoot within the house, it's totally different to walking about outside. Nothing prepares you for outside. Nothing prepares you for this. The only way you can prepare for this is by doing this. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing, it's just talking to a friend who, I think it was walk 52 or something like that, one where I didn't film because she just felt uncomfortable with me filming, which is fair enough. Talking to that friend who walked about barefoot a lot at home, but she didn't feel comfortable being, she found it quite difficult on the trail. Nothing prepares you for doing this. Nothing can prepare you unless you do it. Now this is where it gets tricky, because the worst thing about getting cold wet feet is when it drags against us a bigger stone. It does feel that wee bit rougher. Everything feels rougher when it's cold. However, when the grass feels, if you've got freshly cut grass, it feels better. But because the feet are a bit numb, then everything feels that bit harsher. However, it's a sign that my feet are going to have to improve. So there's no ifs, buts or maybes. I am going to have to it's going to be a long hard winter of training, or training where I can tolerate it. Fair play to Sue Kenny, fair play to the people that can do it. I'm just not at that level. Could well be that I end up doing shorter walks. Feet are totally disgusting, covered in mud here. Even going to have to wash the inside of these trainers, because they are kind of coated with dried dirt and so on, but so be it. That's what I never bought into this to say clean. Fair play to the people that can do that, who do have stronger cold tolerance, but I am aware it does take a lot longer. It does take a long time to build up. I did manage to, although it was complete agony and it burned the hell out of my feet, take the bins out, which would have been 15 yards there and back, and I swear to God, when I was doing it in the snow, I have never walked, well, it was kind of more, if you've seen a fat middle-aged man run, it was kind of like that. It was kind of like chunking the Goonies. It was pretty grim. However, again, lesson learned, don't be such a fucking idiot. Not to say that I did it, but some things are better in life are better not to do. Okay, it's cold, but my feet are getting used to it, or it's getting warmer. I'll to avoid it this time for a change. But you do notice the cold water, and the other day when I did walk 70, I did kind of plan on doing something different. But to be honest, I'm amazed that my feet even lasted walk 70. It's the type of thing that I've done in shoes before. To be honest, I kind of forgot about, being brutally honest, I forgot about the bit at the bottom of the hill there, the dog's barking. It's a steeper hill than what it looked in film. I'm amazed that my feet have tolerated it because of the bricks and the stones. It wasn't pleasant at all. Right, okay, we can see the day just slowly waking up. I did talk about doing this with torches and so on, but I suppose it's a thought. And in the coming months, if I want to get to the 100, might be a necessity. Okay, just on the last drag. Viewers will go to the really are black today. Yep. Oh well. I'll be showering. Okay, coming to the end. Okay, feet are a little bit numb, but your feet do get used to it. Yep, cleaned up. Yep, feet which were black about 5 minutes ago. The shorter grass kind of act like a scrubbing pad, and okay, 40 odd minutes. Faster than usual. I don't know if it's because it's cold or wet. Probably both. Funnily enough, my feet actually feel normal now, but every day it's heating up. Anyway, to any viewers, thanks for watching. And we'll get another minute or so. I guess the skies will be nicer in the coming weeks, coming months. I thought of doing this in December, which I'll definitely be doing, no two ways about it. It looks like I'll be doing it, I definitely will be. It'd be great to get over the 100 though. Only 29 more to go in about 105 days. It's doable. Not impossible, but it'd be difficult. Anyway, signing off.